talk today about what makes a good leader versus what differentiates a good leader from a bad leader. Yes, I know most leaders typically are not good versus bad leaders. I would say most of them are probably more gray in between. But for the sake of communicating and illustrating clearly what that good leader characteristic looks like versus that bad leader characteristic, we're going to use those polar opposites. So number one, first and foremost, good leaders let every team member know of their valuable contribution. If you have a team member, if you have a member on your team, that means that they are contributing something. If they're not contributing, well, obviously, perhaps your team is misaligned. But if they are on your team, you should be recognizing what is their contribution. And then you especially have those good members who are going to go above and beyond. They're going to give you that discretionary, that extra effort. You want to spend special time recognizing these team members so that that can reinforce that positive behavior. And secondly, to keep them around, because some people need recognition, most people need recognition. So if they're not receiving it, they may look elsewhere for it. Number two, good leaders, leaders who excel, often inspire their team members' fullest potential. How do they do that? They do that by focusing on those unique, positive abilities and attributes. And I say unique because it's very important to differentiate the roles on your team versus people's unique skill sets and abilities. Sometimes people are great at specific areas that they're only able to do, say, 20% of the role that you have assigned to them. So it's very important, if you want to be an excellent leader, to try your best to align those people with their best skill sets and not to have them poorly suited in a role that's not going to bring that out. Number three, bad leaders bark orders and they expect those orders to be followed without question. It sort of reminds you of like the way that parents would parent back in the 60s and 70s, and some people will say, well, the problem today is that parents don't parent that way anymore. And I'm sure some of that is true, to be quite fair. But at the end of the day, we have far more sophisticated children as we have far more sophisticated workforce. So there's that collaborative dialogue that is not only expected, but it instills growth for the team members, and let's be honest, it instills growth for the leaders as well to be challenged by their ideas, because no one is perfect or all-knowing. Number four, a great leader rests upon his team to be empowered and to carry out their goals effectively. So that bigger picture the leader provides, but it is very important for the leader to ensure that the team members are empowered. And very importantly, for the leader to share the appropriate information for the team members to be empowered. Bad leaders, on the other hand, they will hoard information because they believe hoarding information allows them more power, when actually it does quite the opposite. It disempowers your team members, and so they can't do as good of a job making not only themselves look good, but making you look good. Number five, good leaders take responsibility, whereas bad leaders blame their team members for collectively bad performance. A leader, while they share most of the glory, they should also share most of the responsibility when things go poorly. And number six, good leaders are flexible and dynamic, whereas bad leaders are very rigid. It's about following a specific process regardless of the situation, whereas good leaders understand that times change. Things like, God forbid, the coronavirus happens, or other disastrous situations that either impact the organization or the entire environment as we see today. Good leaders understand that, and they are flexible. They are not rigid to a process that does not serve the needs of the current situation. Number seven, bad leaders ignore the potential of their team members. They only care, as I mentioned earlier, about this widget being produced or about this specific role being performed, and they do not care about the potential of their future leaders on their teams being developed. Whereas good leaders focus on developing leadership skill assets, skill sets, not only within themselves, but also within their organizational team members. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you did, please share with other leaders and others who may be interested as well, and have a wonderful day.